G'day and welcome to episode 83 of our Let's Play of Fallout 3. My name is Turt Dald. Let's get started. On the last episode we returned to Jefferson Memorial, helped Dad with some busy work, replacing some fuses, entering a mainframe computer, while clearing a blockage in a drainage pipe. Jefferson Memorial is attacked by some enclave. We returned to the rotunda, saw Dad talking to a Colonel Autumn from the enclave. Colonel Autumn was trying to convince Dad to hand over the project over to them, and Dad ended up blowing up the lab, killing everybody within that little area, including himself. We escaped with Dr. Lee through a drainage area, killing some enclave along the way and some ghouls. We exited in front of the Citadel. Dr. Lee talked her way in. We went in and talked to a Elder Lyons, and that is where we left off. While coming back to Megaton, we got a radio signal from Vault 101. So let's listen to that.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help stop mine. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this, and if you still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message repeats. This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101.
So it sounds like something's happening at 101. So I think we'll go over there and see what's happening. Get reunited with an old friend here. Look at that. And there's dog meat. Stay. Good boy. So what's happening in 101? What's on their PA? I don't think I've ever listened to their PA. Been a long time since we've been back here. We thought we'd never be back here. Okay. Some dead residents. Jim Wilkins. Rad roaches. Oh wow. Another Red Dead resident, Steve Armstrong, stealth boy.
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold
It's
on.
Officer Gomez.
Wait a minute. It's you. I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined.
I need to talk with Amada. I got her message.
Amada's message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd keep that under your hat for her sake. She could get in real trouble if people found out she sent you a message. So could I, just for talking with you now.
What sort of trouble do you mean?
Let me bring you up to speed. It seems like it's been a mighty long time. The night you and your dad left, everything went crazy. Between the bugs and the confusion, we lost a lot of people. When your dad opened up that gate, he let loose a whole lot of crap, if you'll pardon my language.
Dad would be horrified to know all that if he were still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless of how things turned out down here, he was a good friend. I always figured he'd do well outside. Matter of fact, a lot of folks started thinking he had the right idea. He usually did. So, if it was safe out there, why stay down here forever? Well, the overseer didn't like that one bit, and started cracking down on that sort of thought. Guess he didn't plan on you coming back.
So what now?
I probably ought to put you under arrest and take you into the overseer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Frankly, I know better than to try that. Meanwhile, some of your old friends think opening the vault is a good idea. I bet those rebels would like a word with you. Now more than ever. Of course, if you want, you can just walk away as if you were never here. Out of respect for your dad, I won't even tell anyone I saw you.
Can you lead me somewhere?
I guess you've had a lot on your mind since you were here last. Where do you want to go?
I need to see Amada. Lead me to her.
Okay. Follow me.
I come in here because there's a guy that'll attack you. Where'd this rat roach go? Oh, he's not here at the moment. I guess that's a spawn. What is on their PA? Nothing.
Uh-oh. Wait here. This doesn't look good.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below before I have to do something we'll both regret.
What? You gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tunnel snake, man, because we rule!
Stay back!
Taylor, stop shooting, damn it!
Don't you know enough to stay away?
He almost shot Freddy.
I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels.
Tell me about the rebels.
I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous.
What happened down here?
I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
I guess you can see how bad things are down here. Sorry, where were we going?
Could you escort me to Amada? Never mind. I'll come back to that.
Okay, then.
Don't forget your father's office.
Watch it, will you?
Or hurt people. What's a loot hound? Always a loot hound, eh? Isn't that crazy? Here's our old room. Where it all began. Dad's office is now storage, it looks like. No, this isn't Dad's office. I'm getting lost in my old home. Okay, I think we'll get attacked in here. We were just in here.
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
This is where we would come and practice our BB gun. I'm trying to find Dad's office. Wally Mack.
Oh boy, are you in trouble?
Tell me about the rebels.
What do you expect from idiots like them? I'm just glad I was done with Butch's stupid gang before they got involved in all this.
What happened down
You
here?
should have seen my pop. He personally saved old Stanley. But guess you wouldn't know what it's like to have a hero for a dad, would you?
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
There's the diner. Okay, where's Dad's office?
You don't belong here anymore.
Go ahead and start something. I dare you.
Okay. I guess it's up in the atrium. Yeah.
Damn.
Butch.
Look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
Help? What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
Don't worry, I'm trying to help the entire vault.
Man, screw the entire vault. What about me? Even these rebels just want the option to go outside for lousy trading and stuff. I just want to get the hell out of here for good. Why stay here and be stuck as a barber for my entire life when I could go out there and make my own choices?
What happened that night?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
What do you think you're gonna do outside, Butch?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
Hey, I'm already in the tunnel, Snakes. You gave me the jacket and everything.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it'll be a new gang. We ain't gonna just be in tunnels, you know. Besides, there's gonna be a lot more people who want to join. Competition's gonna be tough.
I'll be going now.
Catch you later. Maybe.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. There's the old goat room. Who's this? Freddy.
Hey, good to see you again.
I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days, it's gonna turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
Tell me about the rebels.
The Overseer thinks he's in charge of us, just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault.
What happened down here?
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here.
Time for me to go.
Later.
I never...
Christine,
Wow, you're back.
tell me about the rebels.
I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too.
What happened down here?
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out. I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either.
See you later.
Bye.
I never...
Susie Mack.
You're alive!
Tell me about the rebels.
I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families. But we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place.
What happened down here?
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them.
Time to go.
Later.
my God, you're back! You got my message and actually came back.
I came as soon as I heard you were in trouble.
Oh, thank you. Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
You saved my life back then, Amanda. The least I can do is help you out now.
I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives.
Yeah, I found out about that when I left. I guess I should have told you.
What? How long did you know about this? You know what? Never mind. What's important is that now we know that we were lied to all our lives, and that people have died for that lie. And even now, when we most need help, the Overseer still won't let us try to communicate with the outside.
So why don't you just leave? It's not difficult, especially now.
It's not that simple. Just because Butch wants to leave this place behind doesn't mean the rest of us want to go away forever. It's our home, and we want to stay here. It's just that since you left, we started thinking maybe the outside wasn't something to be afraid of. But we can't even suggest going outside to communicate or trade at all. Not with the Overseer keeping us trapped down here. You need to stop him.
Why is the Overseer doing this?
I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. I thought parents were supposed to want a better world for their children. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it.
What happened that night?
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to.
I think I have a solution for the vault's troubles.
I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this.
I actually need to think about this some more.
Damn it! This is no...
I have to go now. We'll come back to that.
How may I serve you, Master? Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy?
Andy, what happened? All this blood.
Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Wow. Wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the Overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new vault medical practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
You don't want him to yell you. So what's your take on this whole situation?
Human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy.
If you're the new doctor, can you heal me?
Actually, no. I'm afraid I've been, what's the human term? Fired.
Oh,
I've
there you
been
go.
reassigned to cleaning detail. My first duty is, somewhat ironically, cleaning the clinic. Ah, but surgery was fun while it lasted.
I have to go now.
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you.
And patient files. Freddy Gomez. Freddy's VDS is getting worse. Most days he can't even get out of bed. When he does manage to function, Freddy hides his insecurities and low self-esteem behind a bully's mask. Vault Tech medical protocols dictate the prescription of anti-anxiety medication when Vault depressive syndrome is involved. But do I really want to string the kid out on chlorpromazine for the rest of his life? Stanley. Stanley continues to suffer from severe and chronic head pain. I've been feeding him aspirin like it's candy, but I'm reticent to give him anything stronger. He blames the lighting in his quarters, and though eye strain is certainly compounding the problem, the headaches are actually a symptom of overwork and lack of sleep. Knowing Stanley and the schedule the overseer has him on, the problem isn't likely to get better anytime soon. So it's aspirin indefinitely. Amada. Once again, the overseer has insisted on being in the room for Amada's examination, thrown any inkling of doctor-patient confidentially right out the window. I know he doesn't trust me, he never has, but I honestly believe the reason he attends his daughter's medical appointments is because he doesn't trust her. That's as ridiculous as it is sad. Amada's a great girl, and the chance of her doing something stupid, pregnancy, syphilis, whatever, is so unlikely it's not even worth mentioning. We didn't read these the first time. Experiment 27CE. The cells are still replicating normally. No mutation, thank God. If whatever's out there could penetrate this vault, I can't even begin to imagine what the overseer would do. Experiment PP216. After borrowing a few more water chips and rerouting some of the power here in the clinic, I've finally been able to affect the latest sample. It's not much, but considering what I have to work with, it's a definite step in the right direction. But this new experiment was also monumental for another reason. It's the first time Jonas has assisted me. He suspected forever, I know, so I guess it was inevitable. And his help has been invaluable. I just hope he knows what he's gotten himself into. Yeah, well, we all know what happened there. And right here, Dad's safe. Let's see what Dad had in the old safe. And holotape and schematics rocket launcher. There we go. Now we got a spare schematics for the rocket launcher. We have all the things, so that's just a spare. And let's listen to this holotape. Let's find somewhere quieter.
Well, here we are, nestled all safe and snug inside Vault 101. It's so cold down here. Colder still with Catherine gone. Oh, Catherine. I so wish you were here with me. How the hell am I supposed to do this by myself? Live down in this hole. Take care of our child. But this is our life now. So I guess I'd better get used to it. The overseer who runs the place is an overbearing bully. But I've dealt with worse.
Hey.
Oh, it won't let us into that one. Okay, let's go see what the overseer has to say. If I can find it, if I don't get lost.
I never thought you'd be back.
up there staring at us. Okay, how do you get to the overseer? We gotta go save, what's his name here? Not much for loots in here, eh? Take those. I already got one of them, but confidential. From Chief Officer, subject raids on rebels. In light of the increased agitation from the rebel elements, I have come to the conclusion that we can no longer afford to be merciful to this scum. While some may hold out hope for a peaceful resolution, it's only a matter of time before they decide to take the fight to us, or worse yet, our families. I propose a midnight raid on their compound. Live ammo, zero tolerance. Make an example of the first two who fight back, and the rest will fall in line. We may lose a kid or two, but we'll save the vault as a whole, and that's what counts. You are not to inform the overseer and some of our softer security guards about this plan, as they will only object and ensure our defeat. Once the deal's done, they'll see it was worth the price. This'll show these scum what happens when you step out of line in our vault. Wow, okay.
I never thought you'd be back. It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it? Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is.
Mr.
By the way,
Brotch.
while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What did you hear from the guards?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amada and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
Tell me about the rebels.
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually open the vault if we want to survive. Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late.
What happened down here?
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad, but I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself.
I have to go now.
Watch yourself down here.
Thank you, Mr. Brotch. What's in here? Okay. This is where we found Jonas's body. The overseer's room.
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
Okay, there's several ways we can resolve this. We can kill everybody and put the rebels in charge. We can kill all the rebels, keep the overseer in charge. We can go in and wreck the water purifier so everybody's forced to leave the vault. I'm going to do a more peaceful solution where everybody works together. With your leadership, no one in the vault has much of a future.
That would be where you're wrong, young man. By locking down this vault, I'm protecting its future. In fact, I was protecting its future when I had to make those unpleasant choices the night you and your father abandoned us. I only wish I could have stopped your father before he left. If anyone's to blame for the unpleasantness, it's him.
What do you mean by the vault's future successes?
Ah, you're paying attention. Good for you. These vaults were designed to be safe havens for humanity, you see. But more than that, they were designed to test and protect us. And none more so than our Vault 101. We are to be a pure and protected breed of humans, never tainted by the ravages of the war above.
The vault doesn't have to be isolated in order to keep its residents safe.
And what makes you so certain about that? I can't imagine you're still so naive after spending time in that hell outside. None of them know what the outside is like, and most of them would die out there. Then the rest of us inside would eventually die out too. I won't risk all of our lives just for a few people's passing fancy of taking a wasteland vacation. I hope you can understand that.
The rebels are upset because you lied to them about the outside.
They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today.
I believe I have a solution to the vault's problems.
To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me.
The rebels are right, you need to open the vault.
Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault?
You simply don't have enough people to stay isolated down here forever.
I admit, in the 200 years since the war, our numbers have dwindled a little, but we have enough genetic diversity for a few more generations. My God, you're right. We won't last another 100 years, whether or not we get supplies from the outside. We're the last bastion of pure humanity, and we're doomed.
Humanity isn't about pure genetics, it's about never giving up hope, even now.
I wish I could share your optimism, but I suppose you have a point, in your blathering way. My way won't save our vault's mission, but if I let them contact the outside world, I might be able to save its inhabitants. But I'm not the one to lead them in that. I'm stepping down as overseer. I'll tell Amata that I can think of no more appropriate leader than she.
Might as well look. I don't know if there's anything new in here or not. The vault recently received unexpected radio contact over the government Vault-Tec frequency from an organization calling itself the Enclave. Governmental codes are valid according to the Vault's ancient records, and the Enclave put forth an offer of amnesty and unity with the official remnants of the American government in exchange for access to the Vault and its data stores. They claim that our Vault passwords no longer match their records, preventing them from extending their offer in person. After brief negotiation, I have refused entrance to this Enclave. I cannot trust my Vault and its inhabitants to an unknown factor, much less one that would so gallantly suggest abandoning our Vault's great mission. All the more reason to prevent the rebels from opening the Vault to the likes of them. Wow, okay, he got rid of he didn't go in with the Enclave. Rebels. An alliance of rebels has formed in my Vault, dedicated to the wholly destructive goal of reopening the Vault to the outside world. Amada and Edwin Broch are the leaders of the band, with these ridiculous tunnel snakes making up its muscle, along with a handful of other youths and naive idealists. Attempts to isolate and demoralize the group are proceeding apace. Edwin Broch has been jailed for his attempt to lead a direct attempt to open the Vault's door, and their members have holed up in the old clinic and schoolroom. Their dwindling food and proximity to the dangerous Dr. Andy are sure to drain the morale from their rebellion until they give up and are welcomed back into our happy family again. Amada. It pains me dearly to know that Amada is behind the rebellious element in my Vault. If she weren't their leader, it would be a simple matter to break their spirits and bring them back in line with the Vault's time-proven isolation plan. But with her as a central figure in their rebellion, I must refrain from the more persuasive tactics at security's disposal. I will not repeat the mistakes of that night again. The Vault cannot afford it, and I cannot bear to drive my daughter further away from me. Despite everything, I take great pride in her new natural talent for leadership. When she inevitably comes around, I feel she will make a worthy successor to the position of overseer. There you go. Scouting reports. We did all this, I think. Yep. Just a couple new ones, I guess. Good. Let's go follow the overseer. He runs pretty fast, though. And to me, this is the best solution to this whole thing here.
Man, I sure wish we could blow this joint.
Amata, everyone, listen closely. After a discussion with your friend, I've made an important decision. In my attempts to keep us all safe, I have been, perhaps, overzealous. Lives have been lost, but perhaps worse than that, lives have been stopped. And in my attempts to keep you safe, I have kept you from growing up. I know I have made these mistakes, and I would make them again if I had to do so. That is why I cannot remain your overseer.
Father!
Amata, I appoint you overseer in my place. You've proven you have what it takes to make hard choices for the good of the vaults. I'm just sorry I didn't understand that earlier. Consider it one of many mistakes I've made.
Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
You're welcome, my dear. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel quite worn down. We'll deal with the details soon, in private. Until then, I'm sure there are people waiting to congratulate you. Why won't you just leave us alone? You've done enough damage.
He just won't give up. I just have one thing to say to you, Overseer.
I never thought
Get
you'd be back.
used to it. Where's Amada? Oh.
You did it! I just heard. My father says he's stepping down as overseer. He won't tell me why, but I have to assume it's something you said to him.
I just had a little talk with him and explained a few things. All quite civil.
You and him? Civil? I expected you to change out in the wasteland, but not that much. But I guess we'll all be learning a bit about the outside now, won't we? As the new overseer, I'm planning on opening the vault. This time, for good. It's a bright new day for the vault, but I'm afraid there's one thing that has to change.
Whatever it is, I'm glad to help.
I know you are. And on behalf of the vault, I thank you for all you've done. But there are still many who blame you for everything that happened. So I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but the situation is just too delicate for you to stay. Please, if you really want to help the vault, you have to go.
I understand. Goodbye, Amada.
We can never really thank you enough for everything you've done. It's not much, but take this with you to remember us by. It'll be a while before we're actually ready to go outside. But once the vault is stable again, maybe we'll see you out there. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. But with luck, we'll meet again.
Oh, I gave us, I don't remember this. Items. Modified utility jumpsuit. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't remember that, but hey, I'll take it. And that is Vault 101.
I never thought you'd be back.
Done. Done for good.
Why won't you just leave us alone? Good riddance. Get out.
Get used to it. Where am I going? I'm gonna get lost on the way out, I know it. No, this is it.
Why won't you just leave us alone? You've done enough damage.
And that is our return to Vault 101. Saved them again. Did I screw this up again? No, this is the exit. We'll bid another fond farewell to our good old buddy, our faithful companion. See ya, buddy. See ya. And let's travel home. Did I get any aid? Some purified water. Stealth boy. spare rocket launcher schematic. Taking that up to 4 we found. And with that, I am going to rest and call that an episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a good one. Turtled out.